Hey guys, ready? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Journal 4. Mm. Log in as Journal 4. Uh-huh. Um, ah, and the password is yes. 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 Mm. Mm-hmm. I have all three games loaded here in the shared screen. So, right. So this is I am in as eJournal 4, and this is one of the games I'm looking at. Yes, screenshot, screen capture this, and we are good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh, I'm sharing my screen in Video Ninja now. Hey, Chris. Yes. 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 I was. Yes. Like this. Hmm. One, two, three is fine. Oh, okay. That's great. Yes. 1 second. Okay. Let's do like give me like a 30-second countdown. Yes. Yes. Mhm. I can hear. Yeah. Yeah. I can hear you, Chris. Oh, folks probably can't, which is good. Yes. Okay, let me get ready to do that. Whatever I share on VOD Ninja is what you guys will see, right? Great. Yeah, so this will work. Yeah, so first I'm gonna do this, and then I will switch over to sharing the other thing, and then sharing the games, and then it'll be okay. Great. I'm ready. Hello, everyone. This is the last week, the last round of the Pandanet City League 2025. And the final finals will happen in at the US Go Congress on the first day in 7/12, the Saturday, July 12th. At the Go Congress, it'll be great. And today we are looking at the A League final round. I'm at the website for the Pandanet City League. This is great. And today we have two 6-0 teams playing against each other, the first and the second. They have already locked up their tickets to the finals. And this is Vancouver versus New York City. Boston has locked up the tickets down into the B League. I don't know what these somewhat red colors are. Anyways, we're down here, round seven, Vancouver versus New York. Two Dan Pro Henry Yu versus Ryan Lee, four Dan Pro. One Dan Pro Bill versus seven Dan Alex Alan Huang, and Bright Star Brady Zhang versus Alexander Chi. All these players have some accolades coming to them. Um, Henry is a two Dan pro. Ryan is the strongest North American NAGF professional. He has beaten some world champions such as Chen Yaoye. Bill just won the recent professional championships held in the held in Washington, D.C., National Gold Center. And on his way to winning is beating Ryan Lee, this guy, and his teammate Henry Yu. So he has some accolades coming. Allen represented the United States in the World Amateur Go Championships, and Brady here represented Canada in the same tournament. Both of them went 5-3 and finished around the top 10, around 10. So it was very good. Alexander Chi is the most famous Western player in China. He trends on social media because he played Keji in that one game. He gets the most people asking for signatures when he goes to China to play Go tournaments, and he's the youngest of our North American professionals. So this is a very heavyweight matchup, and we have a lot to watch. We have a lot to see. We're logged into now on Pandanet. We're logged in as eJournal 4, and we are going to begin our game on the first board. The first board is Crazy Wind, who is Brian Lee versus Henry Yu from Canada, Vancouver. We are on the first board, and let's take it. First, this is how the board stands. Let's give them a few minutes to sort the rest of this out, and then let us go into the commentaries. Now, we are logged in as eJournal 4. We can see these games. Great. How does the board stand? White, who is Ryan, has this group here, not settled. This group connected out, so relatively settled. Corner is alive. Black has a corner for 20 points. Black has a potential territory down here for an unknown amount of points. White has 5 here, 15 here. So 20 points to 20 points. White has some potential. Black has some potential. And it's a very questionable middle fight. It's really undetermined with who is going to gain in the middle. So with that said, let's go take a look through the game. Okay. Beginning is relatively easy. Chris, in the back there, are we able to start reviews of this game on the eJournal 4 account, or not quite? Estimate score, rotate board, save as SGF. Anyways, we may have to do this without the diagrams, guys, which is okay. We'll probably get diagrams coming soon. So this is a relatively unconventional attach. This is fine. This happens a lot. White does this when white doesn't want to attach in the star point. Yeah, okay. Challenge enabled, disable that. Okay, we're good. So this attach, how would you guys respond to this? This is not easy. I don't know how to either. So some common techniques. Hane on either side is a strong move. Extending on either side is a relatively meek and weak move. So I'm sure Black is not planning to extend back like this. In the game, Black Hanes, this is fine. So this reverts back to another very common opening where Black gets a corner in this one space jump shape, and then White attaches. How do I start a review of this game here? Which is interesting. Maybe we can. Yep. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, yeah, we gotta start a review, which means I right click on this and I can observe. How do I do a review? Yeah, here's my review button here is maybe it's some setting around here where there's a review button, but I don't see it. Um, mhm. Do you guys remember how you did the game reviews? Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, right now we're trying to figure out how to start the review of the game. And yeah, I remember last time it was we had to do a lot of like download the game as an observer and then start a review, and then we can only have it up to a certain amount. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna save the game as an SGF for now. Gonna go start the review, and then it'll be okay. I believe it is like this. Start a review from open file. We choose a file, we'll play here, we'll open it, and then we're going to be able to review and have the control at this point. Okay, so we figured out review one. This is game one, board one, Ryan versus Henry. Henry has played very, very quickly. We have copied the game here into a review setting, which is good. Good job, me, you guys. Leave a like and a subscribe for the US Go Congress, US Go Web. Yeah, okay, we are ready to go for the variation diagrams. So we did mention one thing, which is extending or going back like this. This is a meek response. If you go back, white is looking to go even, like when you back off from a bully, he like steps forward and then you end up not backing off at all. So he ends up playing here. When you hane, he ends up haneing here. This is a common shape. And generally here you can't fight back against the bully, you have to connect. White has to extend, but this is a very common shape. I played this shape against Ryan in the professional championships, for example. You can also extend. In that case, white is going to play here. Generally speaking, as black in this kind of a case, it does feel like you're being bullied a little, but this is totally even, which is okay. So that's a back off kind of a way to do it. Another way is to honey on the outside, capture this one stone. This ends up in a ko. Usually in the beginning, black doesn't fight the ko. If something like this happens, this is good for white, generally speaking, slightly. But black has this ko, so black doesn't have to connect that. Can play something else. And if white spends two moves capturing this ko, it's a big deal, but it's not a huge deal. So that's fighting back the strongest way. So in the game, black chooses a not the strongest fight back, but also not the weakest drawback. So which is totally reasonable, and it reverts back to a very common opening as well. This is less common to Atari. The more common move is to Atari from the outside, play this move, and then white is supposed to extend. And then the simple Joseki is like this. Another variation is like this. And the complicated variation is white extends and blocks. And then this is white sacrificing two stones but saving the rest. The key move is to turn. Another move is to play here. This is the okay, turn, jump, and then white jumps. This is a very common fighting variation, and this is about even for both sides, and so on. Um, okay, there is a very cool variation, Joseki, which For the adventurous, it's extend Hane black. You get black to play here, which is like you white bully in black a little bit, and then something like this. This is very, very complicated. Another, what if black cuts? This is what people most want to play. That happens when, and then white Ataris and sacrifices another layer, just like this. Next, this move is Sente, so there's no weaknesses in the white shape. This is another, this is still possible. I don't know. Is it really okay to give black all these stones? Probably yes, probably no. But anyways, black finds it difficult to continue here. And so usually they leave this shape. Very interesting. Yeah. Okay, so in the game, black played a very, very simple variation. Plays this Atari, forces white to connect. This is very, very crude. So I'm not sure if the AI will like this variation, but having this connect black with a lot of corner territory does seem to be very practical and pretty strong and pretty good. All right, so white. So here, when white pressed, black did not extend. Black hunted. You might be happy jumping. I might be happy jumping, but something like this is probably not good enough to surround the whole territory, and then it's all gote. Still, this kind of territory is very, 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 very tempting, isn't it? Very, very tempting. Okay, so black extends, white presses, and black harness bites. This allows white to cut, and this fighting starts. I have seen that Henry does like to fight this kind of a fight very much. So makes sense. Makes sense. Henry does like to do very complex fighting, and so this happens. White has to take out this group. But overall here, and Henry goes for another pincer here, which gives black two groups to worry about. White has two groups too. And because white destroyed some territory, it's reasonable that black wants to fight very, very hard over here, which makes sense. Okay, so the fighting continues. This move is a sente aimed at strengthening white and weakening black at the same time. Black peeps to protect the cut, and white also strengthens this weakness with a bamboo joint. And so a couple of jumps continue. This is a large knight, so Henry is really going for maximum efficiency here. A normal move would be around here, but clearly, more is better than less in Henry's playbook. Ryan makes two jumps here. This jump is very thick. It totally strengthens the white group and connects it to the corner. Obviously, white is looking to invade here next, and this would be a very, very strong invasion. You don't slow yourself down to just to play a move like this and then surround half of the territory and have blacks around the other half. So this is a slow and steady move. So we have a very interesting slow and steady for white versus a very fast and aggressive play from black. Okay, here is where we left off in the game. White peeps, black attaches. This is a highly efficient way to strengthen this cutting point. And if black just connects, for example, white may play this, may play here, get black's territory. Black doesn't like that. This is also in accordance with the game style that black has shown in this game, which is 100% full speed forward. Okay, so let's go back to the game. And wow, Ryan has sought in this position for a long time. So all this time it took for us to download the SGF, upload as a review, and then go through the game in the review, show you guys the variations. Ryan has not played a move. Here is what it looks like on the game so far. Ryan has been thinking for like 10 minutes. Um, so time-wise, Henry has an advantage, but this is City League, so I don't think it's going to come down to that very much. City League has plenty of time. It's online, so the 30 seconds is a bit longer than in person. In person, you play, you hit the clock, it's like 2 3 seconds. Online, you just have to click your mouse. So the online 30-second countdown is a bit more than the in real life 30 seconds Byo-Yomis. So with all that said, well, I hope they're playing with the right settings and everything. But anyways, this is how the game stands. And just as it was before, Black has to really strengthen the black groups, the two black groups. White has to strengthen the two white groups. Right now, just this one white group. So actually, it feels a bit easier to deal in the fighting for white. What did we do? Oh, change color. Okay. Okay, yeah. So one example is something like this, where black extends. This could be thought of as black's sente, but probably black doesn't want to just play it and then play this. With this extra liberty, white may think about something more aggressive, such as cutting. This one liberty, even if it doesn't come into help you win the fight, it may help you do a sacrifice like this, and then go on and invade the bottom. This position feels a bit good for white. Black has like 25, 30 points, the rest of the board, and then there's this. White has 20 points here in this corner, 30, probably more than 30 on the top. So it's 35 to 30. Plus, white has this corner, and if white destroys the entire bottom, white is surely much, much ahead, especially because once white destroys the bottom, the black stones here come under severe threat. So it's not only that black has no territory on the bottom, it's that black has a lot of here. So something like this would be a very happy result for white, and this is why black is really trying to take center here. So Ryan is still thinking. This is a very, very long time. We're gonna go on to game 2 now, and come back and see what Ryan chooses. Probably in a fairly good position as white here, even though he's stuck in thought. So same thing as before, we are going to download our game 2 as an SGF and then upload as a review. This is Pandanet, open file. Yeah, I'm pretty used to this now. So here we go. This is game 2. This is board 2. This is Moonfire, which is Alan Huang, and Bill is black. White is Alan. Bill never loses online at City League, so yeah. Okay, Bill is playing black this game. Okay. This is a common Joseki. So when black goes for a very tight one-space high pincer like this, it is okay to tanuki. So it's a bit paradoxical. A very severe one-space high pincer very close by can be tanukied. Most of this reasoning is that when black presses, there's a very strong white move to extend to one side, and I believe it is extending to the corner. And then when black connects, the key move is to attach to give yourself extra eye space. something like this, and we can see white survives very, very comfortably. Um, wow, this is so comfortable. Okay, and if black plays the block, there is some weaknesses in the black shape. This also allows white to survive comfortably. Extend, and white plays a knight's move, maybe cross one more time and then jumps. So this is also quite comfortable for white. So there's not much, there's nothing too severe that black can do against white. So we see this headbutting move a lot in games as well. Of course, the press, hammer the opponent in is the most common thing that happens, and um, it's the first thing that comes to all of our minds. The counterplay is this extend in, and if you, no matter how black defends, it's a little bit easy for white to solve the problem. In the game, what if black blocks on the outside? Here, black creates too many weaknesses, and something like this. Strongest move is to press forward, but probably white wants to just hurry. This is probably good enough, and this is probably good enough for white. Okay, so the key move is there. In the game, white played the even stronger wedge in. This is very so. As long as black isn't able to cut like this, black is going to be fine. And in this case, black probably can't give up one stone. Uh, so something like this does look fine for white. Now remember, guys, it looks fine for black, doesn't it? With defender's advantage, when you are fighting 1 to 3 with the defender's advantage, as long as you are able to capture a stone somehow, you're not gonna you're not gonna have a bad result, and you're not gonna have a bad result. So you're fighting 1 against 3, and you capture something, it's gonna be okay no matter what happens. So just tenuki this. You can even play here as a sente move against the cuts. Black may capture, and this is all just okay. This is totally fine. So in the game, black Ataris, and then this sort of forces black to block the corner, and the rest of this is basically forced. Black didn't want to lose any more territory like this. Black also didn't want to play the small knight's move because Atari connect, white connect. This hurts the black stone a little bit too much. So black goes a little bit further out and then plays the 2 space. This way, after white Ataris, there's no super strong counterattack. So here, a good technique is to attach here. This way, white can play this on the outside, and that's fine. Overall, it's pretty okay for both sides. I wouldn't. So this is a very good counterplay from black. Next move is to push and cut. Okay. So white connects, and this way a bit of a compromise is reached. The next move is not sente anymore, even though it's very, very big. So Alan Tanukis plays a big move. This is a very thick move. This is very stylistic for Bill. And of course, white is going to Tanuki. White is looking now to attack the 2 stones in order to reduce the black area in the middle. It's always easier to reduce when you have something you can attack against, and something like this. And white is now really reducing. But really, white probably wants to defend the corner like this. So in this case, black expands the middle here, jumps. A few exchanges are made, and here white makes this extension very reasonable. I'd be very surprised if black is somehow ahead at this point. All right. So Alan is playing white, and I were we the one who disconnected? Maybe Our games, you know, I think somehow did Alice get stuck in thought? I've seen this a lot. This is us. Um, this is a disconnect from us. From our end, we don't see Alan as having played the game yet. Um, that's okay. We caught up to the game as of like 5 minutes ago, so that's fine. Uh, we are gonna now go on to game three. I think this is Chris on the back. I think on my end, the games are not updating is a problem. I'm going to log out and log back in, and that should solve the issue. Um, okay, keep sharing my screen. Okay. Yeah, as we can see here, Alan and Bill's game has gone on for a long time, and I apologize, guys. It was our own fault that a lot of the games were just stuck. Don't know why. So -1 to IGS. Before we move on to game three, let's take a look at what happened later in game one and game two. Wow, a whole bunch has happened. So let's just go back to that later. Um, yeah, with Alan, right? Good. We went through the openings of the first and second games. Now we're gonna go through the opening and part of the middle game on game three, and then we're gonna go back and check out um, how the uh, how the first and second games go later. Same thing. Game three, saving the SGF and then loading. This is good. This is good. Start a review. Open file. Guys, I'm very happy that I'm getting very quick and used to this. Remember, Alexander Chi is playing white in this game. Interesting. Why are they all white? Okay, Alexander Chi is white in this game against Bright Star Brady Zhang, WAGC representative from Canada. We're all very anticipating, anticipatory how the two young players will play. We don't see this extension back happen much nowadays, but it's perfectly logical, extending and making a base on the bottom. Somehow the modern day AI variations just don't include this. We see the attach more common. Sorry, here is a review. We see the here we're going to go forward to the end, and here's a review. We see the attachment more commonly, but that would really be black playing this local game and then slowing down, playing this one Joseki, probably ending up in Gote if White wants it, and White has the initiative going forward. So this opening choice makes a lot of sense for Black. At least now Black has a very okay and strong bottom side Moyo. This is very AI-esque, and Alexander is a Alex. He is a very AI influenced player. He plays a lot of very high quality opening moves. So learn one thing from all of these players. Learn how to play the opening with Alex. He often gets a very good advantage coming off of the opening and the first fight coming after the opening. In the game, Brady approaches from the top makes perfect sense. The three stones is weak, extend here, and the three stones are strong. Two space extension, same thing. A very patient play by White. Okay, Black again goes for a very high force line shoulder hit and a jump. Now the next follow-up is reasonable, And usually black ends this by playing here. On this board, as of this moment, black may be a little concerned about playing so many moves in the middle of the board and then not having enough solid territory. White is exceedingly solid. There's nothing wrong with any of these corners. The two stones on the side is the only thing that's in which pressure is possible. This means this whole board position is very open for white to do this kind of invasion, and then black is going to be at a spot where it's hard to find territory for black. Everything is very, very invadable. So for this reason, right now, black turns, goes for the corner territory. So in this respect, I think this makes perfect sense. Even though, people might say your moves are working cross purposes, but, if going down this one road for middle stuff is not very promising, of course, transition to more territory and plays a 3-3 makes perfect sense, and this may lead to a much more balanced game. White plays it simple here, gets sente and then extends. This makes a lot of sense as white. Not bad. Why not? Why not? And here black turns. This is a very big move. It limits white's development on the upper side. It strengthens this cutting point, so white thinks twice before starting this fight. White doesn't have much to gain on the left-hand side anyways, so the left-hand side is classically much smaller than it looks. So this turn, while it's clearly a big move, it's clearly a gote move too, so it's white is definitely gonna take Tanuki and take the initiative in this game. In the game, white chooses to invade on the bottom. This makes perfect sense. White still has much more territory than black, so destroying black is good. Attach and attach is a very common shape. In this case, white almost has enough liberties with the outside stones to be able to play something like a extend back. Another normal move is to honey on the outside. When white plays this block, it feels a little. It feels like white is a little over concentrated stones, and now 5 stones. So that would make extending down feel better, but extending down is where you just want to gain sente and move on. And extending down obviously doesn't put as much pressure on black as some other moves. This extend out could be a very strong move at this moment. Not so worried about black playing something like this, but white may be a little worried about black sacrificing 1 stone and then going after the right-hand side. Very interesting how to choose here. In the game, white blocks, black squeezes. This is taking advantage of the one problem in the white shape. White just responds and black turns. This turn is a very good thing to remember. Black is not so eager to go live into the corner. The corner is a bit small. So black turns. Next, if white turns, then honey in the corner. Very, very good. If white extends into the corner or honeys, you get this very nice Atari. Both of these are great. So locally here, the best move for white is actually an inward move to connect. Of course, we're not going to see the connect here, so white played whatever we would have played, the jump out. So this way, black has taken care of the black stones, and white has tanuki'd, gotten an extra move, and taken care of the white stones. And it's both sides are pretty weak here. White decides to invade here now. This is a very, very good idea. This is treating the white stones here lightly. Later, you can still connect to the left if you want. Probably play this honey and just destroy the majority of the territory. And black is stuck at the same spot. Like capturing is a little bit small because there's more RG left, and then white can reduce from the outside. And if you don't capture, um, you don't have territory. So white plays here, black in the game defends the corner, tries to do it in Sente. This is very interesting. Both players are sort of ignoring each other's moves, and this is very exciting. White ignores this black move, goes into the corner, black honeys, white goes back, and then honeys on top. Um, if black plays something like a block, which is a strong local move, white will Atari and black in Sente. This is a way of making black over concentrated. So this honey is a very strong move, and if black plays the strongest counter attack you can think of, white is going to play this Atari and then this Atari and totally destroy black, capture the most important of the black stones. So this honey defends against this wedging threat. Black can only play here, but if you play there, white is going to play this and then cut through, and this is going to be very bad locally for black, especially because when black goes back and finally gets the value that black is threatening, white will give this the Gote treatment, not even the respect of answering, and then white plays here. Very, very strong. And in the background, you guys can hear Z jump up. She really approves of how white plays. So black ends up having to connect. This is now a very comfortable game for white now. Black having played two moves on the right and gotten rejected, gotten tanukied. Jump up approves of white. Threatening to Hane here. Very strong, very, very good. And here black plays a move, prevents the disconnect. White plays a very strong disconnect against black on the bottom. This is white really striking and displaying a lot of power. We'll see how this goes. Wedge play here, black Ataris, white has to connect. Black has to play this. Black has white captured. White plays a double Hane. Black cannot play Atari, and then Atari. This cut will capture white, capture black. So black is gonna have to play something like this. In the game, black decides, no, I can't respond here in Gote anymore. When responds there, white can play this move in Sente 2. And also, so now white really is getting everywhere at once. So black plays a wedge, and in the game, expect white to play this capture in Sente. This capture in Sente, although yeah, it's not as big as it looks. Don't worry about it. And then probably strengthen this, and we see a few more moves in the game. White protects. Black invades on the top. Yes, black's attacks against white hasn't given black any material benefits. So black has now 30 points between the lower side, maybe 5 more points on the right. So well, even if he has 10 here, that's 40 points. White on the bottom, the block is Sente, so there's 5 points here. It's 15 points here. This cut. Black is not saving the 3 stones. So that's 15, 20, 35, 40. White is now leaping ahead in territory by ignoring a lot of black's threats. And this is a very easy way to get ahead. And in the game, white plays a Hane. Black takes the opportunity to attack and separate white. This actually is not very, very good for black. So for one thing, when white plays a Hane and then plays here, there's 5-6 points reduced in the black corner. And also white makes a couple of points here. So yeah, black is just getting all of the black territories taken away, and it's going to be very tough. It feels a bit tough for black. Oh yeah, well, in the game they didn't exchange the bottom yet. Just feels more and more tough for black at the moment. Although I have to say, if black is able to gain something, capture something on the top, um, if black's able to do this, of course, that would be a big gain. So this game feels like white with all the tanukis has benefited, but still within striking distance for both players, probably. All right, so Brady has used up a lot of time. Okay, and we've caught up, and we'll see how this fight goes. Um, Seems like white is a bit stronger than black, so hard to say. Anyways, let's now go back to game one. Um, game game one is Ryan versus Henry, and game one is Ryan versus Henry, and we have a lot of moves being played. We're gonna do the same thing. Download the game as an SGF, and then open up the reviews. I wonder if it loads automatically. Nope, it does not load automatically. Gonna have to do the start the review, open the file. Good. Last time we left, we felt a little bit good for white. We left off here, felt a little bit easier for white to deal with white's problems versus black dealing with black's problems. Remember, Ryan is playing white and Henry is playing black. Okay, so as expected, white plays this move to make the cut less possible, with more liberties for white on this side. This cut becomes less and less possible. So white extends one more time. Henry plays this code to first fix the I shape, take the code back, and connect through in this regard. Interesting. So here black did end up getting sente here after a white peep. This is black's way of taking the initiative in the middle fight right away. Black plays here, and now black is clearly surrounding this white group. Very interesting. And here white goes for a very safe move, attach, and then plays here, looking to break through and capture two black stones like this, and just have a good position. So there's no way black is going to allow that to happen. So black plays this headbutting move and white cuts. So we left the game right before it got really interesting, which is around here. So white has cut black, black has cut white. Both sides are looking to, do damage to each other. Clearly here, white was not able to just connect this for a variety of reasons, push through. So here white first goes for a peep here. If black pushes and cuts white like this gives white a sente cut, and then white will be able to push through here with an extra, with this cut not being possible. Black is gonna find it very difficult, maybe live, but white is gonna be totally fine. So because of this, black ignores that and extends here, fixing the middle. And so now white is gonna look to cut the top. Black is looking to fix and to Atari here, fix the connect the stones, and then play this cut. And black may have found white at a weak spot. Okay, black connects, white connects, and now it's a fight between the black group and the middle white group. Very interesting. Black almost has two eyes. If black plays here, it looks like black will have two eyes, but white will be able to connect and capture the outside black stones. There's two connects with the middle, and then here there is this, which means black is going to lose on the bottom side. However, so now black has to address the outside. So black plays here. This is the most aggressive way of addressing that. Black is looking to play this push and cut to capture the four white stones. This is the most forward thing. Like if black was doing perfect in the game, he would just capture this and be fine. However, in this case, because white has a lot of liberties, maybe black is afraid of something, some result that's related to this. Although, in my first instinct, it feels like white is the one who's gonna lose the liberty fight by a lot. So maybe white has something stronger planned. Maybe just extend in like this. This would be much stronger. Maybe just connect, or maybe honey here, or maybe this move is probably quite good. Something like this, and this. Let's see who is ahead. Black has an eye, which is very very helpful. This way, black is ahead by one liberty, but maybe it has something better planned. Maybe extend and then play in this move. Um, I don't know if this is ahead by one. This then would be white ahead by one liberty. So they're doing all these calculations, and probably just capturing is not good enough for black. So black goes for this. This is almost the same as capturing, though. The only difference is later if white ends up winning by one liberty on the inside, um, black can, maybe get a shape like this. And so here it's better to extend and headbutt rather than connect, and then later black can cut the right hand side off. Maybe this is black's plan. Let's see the game. So when black plays a headbutting move, white plays this move, tries to break out on this side, and this is how far we've gotten to in our review. What's going to happen next? Probably, so this move is still protecting this cut. So protecting white's inability to connect this. So white can probably connect, which would force black to capture here. And then one white can go with the liberties route, go like this, and then fight the upper side, in the liberties fight. Something like this, probably good for white, locally good for white, and then we'll see who wins the game by the second attack. Secondly, white may want to do something like this. This is not as promising. White only has 3 liberties, and so at this moment, if white goes in like this, black will get 4 liberties and even connect this one stone. So that's probably not what's going to happen. Let's see what happened in the game. In the game, white does connect. Black captures, white honeys, and black can't cut now. Atari and wedge and cut off this group. So black has to back off and play here. And now Ryan Ataris and plays this move. This is protecting this cut, so white is connecting out and also aiming to cut black here. Henry again plays the strongest move possible, wedge here. This opens up this move and then throwing in for a ko. Don't know how black is going to deal with that. Another possibility is white connecting and then Hane here cutting both these 2 groups off, and then either fighting with this, fighting liberties with this, or fighting liberties with the top. In fact, we can just play a few moves here in our review board, and let's see here, Atari first, and then here, and then now black played here. So one thing to do is to play this for a ko. Ko is probably okay. And then another promising thing is to connect and fight all different groups. It's always a pickle when you have 2 good things to play, just as when you are, when you have multiple bad things to play. It's easier to play if there's only one good choice. It's always a thing to do. First, let's take a look at the non-ko results. White probably fights with the left-hand side. The good thing for white is that black has absolutely no eyes. So there's absolutely no eyes around. However, having this move secures black a ko for life. So probably white can play this to prevent that ko, and then Atari. I really don't think that no matter how this happens on the outside, really don't think black is going to be ahead of the white group in liberties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 outside liberties for white. How does black fight against that? Even if white goes 1, 2, 3, 4, capture your cente, 5, 6, 7, 8. If white goes the dumbest way, um, white would still be ahead of liberties in liberties. Plus, there's common liberties. So this seems to be the most promising way that white can go for this, and extend when black plays here Atari, or white may decide to fight with the outside first, something this first, and then this is all centes play here. This would, of course, this would strengthen white's connecting cente. Of course, black is not going to be so docile. Anyways, so they're picking this right now. In the game, white decides to attach, which is connecting and cutting. It's a little better than connecting and cutting. When black pushes, white may choose to push here, but probably white's going to cut and then block. That's going to happen. Black has 2 potential dead groups. White has 1 potential dead group on the right after some kind of a cut. So white seems to be at a major advantage here. And we already said Alex has a bit of an advantage in the top fighting. A few more moves have happened. We just left board 3, and a few moves have happened. White fights, black fights, and no. We're going to 2 after this. Just a bit of a catch up, and a whole bunch of moves have been played in game 2. We think white has an advantage in game 1. So New York, Ryan, a bit of an advantage. Alan versus Bill is on board 2. A bunch of moves have been played. We're going to save that, and we're going to load this in the review. A whole bunch of moves have happened. This may not be as one-sided as we expect. Okay. All right, so we left off around, oh my God. Why does this go backwards on me? We left off around here when black pressed, white keeps expanding, black expands and presses white. White plays a very big territory move to move into the black territory. It's hard to imagine black being ahead by very much right now, but it wouldn't surprise me. Black is very, very wholesome. What just happened? Okay. So in the game, black, Hane is here. The Joseki here for you guys is Hane wants don't move on the outside, capture the corner stones. Okay. Black continues to expand in the center. Okay, white plays here to sort of reduce and then place this move. This is pretty nice. However, this is going to be gote. This is paying homage to the fact that black capturing 2 stones is not very urgent right now, white having survived in the corner already. However, this game, don't be surprised if black just ends up having too much synergy in the middle. 60 points or so. Okay, and now black comes and destroys the big white corner. Yeah, I probably hard to determine, but anyways, now so this is a very good AI generated tip for us as Go players. When you're surrounding big center territory like this, it's very important to pay attention to the relative or the marginal increases with each one of your moves. It can be it can be too easy to feel like you are surrounding, it may feel like you're surrounding 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It may feel like you're surrounding 60 points, and you might think your move is worth 60 points. That's absolutely not true. You have to realize that you're worth the additional amount of territory. So if you surround 10 points less as of this point, or maybe if you ignore him for one move, and then you're able to surround, 15 less points, your move was worth 15 points, not 60 points. So it's very important for when you have a thick middle moyo. If you have already made your territory, then you want to stop making your territory. It's very paradoxical. It's a most common mistake I see in most gameplay from us. You think your move, you think that you're surrounding 40 points, so your move is worth 40 points. No, your move is worth only the additional territory. And the more thick you are, the smaller your additional move is. So here, black is absolutely right in that destroying the corner is much bigger than just making the middle a little bit bigger. And here, white can go for the kill. Now with this one Sente, it's a little bit harder to go for the kill. White may have to go something like this, which is not ideal. For example, when white plays here, there's this Ko Aji. This may be something that is troubling white a lot. And it's very troubling. White went for already a very aggressive, like commitment to kill kind of shape. And if white isn't able to play this into a kill, it's going to be very difficult for white. And yeah, so white is giving up, and white ignores and plays in the corner. Not good, not a good sign for white. Okay, in the game, black cuts in Sente, is able to cut here and connect, but now now with a weakness in the white shape, allows white to move up and then lives in the corner. Okay, seems like the corner was very big, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. White has a very respectable more than 70 points on the board, which is very impressive. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Black also only has about 70, so maybe this was not such a success for black in this corner after all. Okay, white played here, black connects, white extends, black plays here, and a few more exchanges. It does seem like, with white getting all this territory, may be okay, but, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. A few, let's see, in the game, a few more moves have happened. Black peeps, hard to answer this. White counterattacks here. Black extends, and then this happened. So black peeps, white played here, black extended, and then white extended one more time. Okay. So here, one, it's hard for white to connect here. Two, because black already peeped on the third line, it's hard for black to capture just 4 additional stones and sacrifice 4 additional points. This would only be 12 points. So for one thing, white just capturing the 2 stones is already worth a fair amount. And secondly, white can continue to harass the black group in Sente. So it seems like white's counterattack was very good. However, white ends up connecting. Did white connect in the game? No, white didn't connect in the game. I was going to say. So it's much better for white to capture from the outside. But in all, white probably needs to save this corner for the biggest points on the board now. I'm glad to see Alan doing relatively well against Bill so far. 15, 25, 35, 40. 50, 60, 70, 70 points for black, 10, 20, 30, 35, 45, 55, 60, 70, 75 points for white. Allen really does have a good chance in this game so far, if nothing bad happens. Interesting. I didn't expect this, but that's fine. Good job. Everyone is rooting for Allen to win this one, of course. Okay, and now we are ready to look at game 3 to catch up there. Same thing. We're gonna download and then upload. Download and upload. By now, we're very, very used to this. Thank you, Pandanet, says Chris in the background, guys. This is Alex versus Brady. Alex is white. Okay, good. We left off around here. We said all the Tanukis from white, Tanuki against the headbutt, and then Tanuki against the attach, and finding Sente here, Tanuki against this connect, all seemed, and then here when black went for the disconnect, the cut, white went for a sacrifice, which strengthens the outside, seems to make all the sense in the world, so felt like this was a bit easier for white to handle this game with this blocking Sente and another chance to jumping into the corner. And okay, so black goes to this attack for a way to complicate things up and muddy up the waters. This makes sense. So white's gonna Hane and then play this Tiger Mouse. This is one of our lectures was how to strengthen your groups, or really how to attack your opponent, which the main gist of that was you want to attack always in a way that is developing yourself, and you can either make territory or make ice space to develop yourself. One of the examples of making thickness, making ice space, which is equivalent to thickness, is exactly this move, second line Tiger Mouse move, with another Hane in Sente on the first line later here. So this was perfect. The perfect example of how to attack your opponent by strengthening yourself. White is playing here, takes away black's ice space in the corner. In the game, black plays the Hane. Of course, at this moment, having just lost some territory, black is in no mood to play connecting on the upper side and something like this. White is going to be totally happy and laughing his way to the bank. Just have to make sure you are alive as white here. Maybe white needs to play a little more carefully, something like this, but that's no problem. White would be totally fine. Something like this, and white would Atari. Of course, there's a push before, and with that one extra stone on the third line here, black has nowhere to go. Black was in no mood to do that. So of course, black is gonna play this move, destroy more white territory. White plays a Hane. If black ends up cutting, now white has a very easy way to make the top alive. And so white's going to use this and leverage this up for, to play something more aggressive. White extends. Now black attacks white by taking away the corner ice space. But remember, white already had this planned. This Atari and this wedge. White has a very comfortable, 5-point living shape. Now white doesn't Atari first because now when you play this, there is a chance black plays this move and then white is unable to play the cut. White is dead right away. So very good attention to detail here. Playing this move first and then Atari. Now white doesn't play here as white would have had to do. White can play the Hane and then have this be alive is basically insane. So black has no way to respond to that. And of course, black may be able to play this to take away the eye, but then this cut becomes too strong if there's only a couple of liberties for black. So quickly, this result was rejected, rightfully so. So this basically was forced. And so black ends up not being able to continue the attack on the upper side. So at the end of this, black destroyed some white potential territory. However, white was able to get the very big endgame move of having this tiger mouse shape and having black answer in the corner. Basically, this is like white played the Hane move, double Hane, white extends, and then white connects back. So white gains a lot in the end game there, which is like 5-6 points. And now white has a move, so probably white is doing fine in this game. White jumps, and black, definitely after careful consideration, ends up playing this move. This is now black transitioning into very much a defensive posture. We could imagine something like this happen, and then white harness, and then it's very difficult to get the liberties for black. And just definitely would have liked to counterattack, just could not. And after white plays the tiger mouse, this is a ladder, and this ladder is not going to is going to work for white and not work for black. So so white is totally connected on the upper side, and feels like black is being sort of controlled. Black is sort of being controlled. Before, black was attacking. There's this attach. There's the headbutt, starting with the headbutt, and then attach, and Hane attack. And now, after a lot of attacks, it feels like black is not able to attack anymore. And the last couple of moves here extend, and then this Atari is like black sort of resigning himself to a role of now I have to go back and defend. I can't go for the attack anymore. I no longer have an advantage. Whatever I gained from the attack is whatever I can keep, and I have to accept it. Is it enough? Hard to say. I can't find much gains by black, so definitely, right now white has a big initiative. And so this is where we left off the game. A few more moves have been played, and a few moves were this. Black pushes on the top, white turns. This is a very painful connect to play, and white plays this move to further strengthen the middle connection. White's getting ready to play some more moves on the top, and I don't know what plans white has in store for black. It is not good for black. This move strengthens the white position in the middle, and then if white harness and black cuts, if white extends, black may have to do something like this and connect back. And this would be like black's like, I resign myself to the defensive duties now. I'm no longer strong enough to attack you, and you think you would be able to deal with that, but right when you do that, your opponent's like, no. You think you can just go on to the defensive? No. And then this would be white capturing 2 more stones, and the middle fight is probably going to be still a very even fight with white stones rather than black stones being closer to the middle and acting as reinforcements. So this is really not looking good for black at this moment. So if white punches, black isn't able to cut, and if he's not able to cut, this is going to be the at least black destroyed some white potential, right? No, not after this attack by white. So looks very tough for black. I don't know how many. Chris asks how many empty triangles black has. There's an empty B2 bomber here, so that's a lot of empty triangles with that B2 bomber. In the game, white played something here. Here's the game. White played something less aggressive. White just extends, allows black to at least connect to the one stone. But the overall position is no help for black from the beginning. And here on the black hasn't gained any territory. The extension and the corner is washed out, so black still has 10 points here. 20 points, 30 points, 35 points only, and with the top white having 20, 30, 35, that's already as much as black has. And then if white cuts here, connects to the to this group and makes a lot of center, it's going to be very, very tough. When white jumps or plays this knight's move, this middle is fighting for its life, and then maybe blocking your center for this kind of invasion. And if black is sente and then black fixes here, jump might be sente for this sente, and then black is sente. Cut makes a big center, so territory is even, and black has weaknesses and white has potential. A very deadly combination. My estimate now is black is behind 15 to 20 points. AI estimate, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, you never want to play a turn one space turning move here after your opponent cuts to capture your 3 stones. You never want to be making a no point move like this after that. So look for white to extend or play this diagonal move, both strong moves. Extend, black jumps, and white jumps here, or play a lot of different options for white. It's very easy for white to play at this moment. So New York is winning on board 3 according to the human estimator. A very safe move, getting ready to attack the top. It's like, black, have you accomplished anything? And attack, falls back to um, the human estimator. Yes. All right, so that was game 3. New York has the advantage. We are now back to game 1. A whole bunch of moves have happened here. We'll give you, we left off with a very dangerous moment for Henry here, for black in this case, and Ryan had a very promising position with lots to fight against. But you still have to close the fight, so to speak. So let's see how the closing of the fighting is happening in this game. We left off here. When white played this move. Black played here, white hunted, and the next Atari protects the cut. This also gives white more liberties. Black plays this wedging move, the strongest attach move, and then block. Now white is going to block as expected. I really wonder how black is going to do, what black is going to do after the block. In the game, white plays even stronger with a knight's move here. Black pushes. Now there is, there may be a ko if white blocks and then Ataris. There is no ko if white squeezes here, and then it's a liberties race. In the game, white chooses to try to capture the top first. The top is a smaller group, but it may be easier to capture. We'll see about that. Black blocks. This is a very nice way. Remember before, when white just played this hane block, we gave black this hane in sente, and this way, when white threw in, this is a lot of liberty. This is a lot of liberties, and white may not have enough liberties. Having this move peeped is great, because now there's no like many liberties. Black only has 4 or 5 liberties. 5 liberties. So this move was a great way to capture. Black responds there. So white captured this, and then white captured the top, lived with a group, and forced black to live on the left-hand side in Gote. So huge success for white. And after a few moves, white protects the center here. And this is, yeah, we have a few moves. And okay. I'll have colors backwards, so that could be a problem. So black lived in the white corner here. Very, very good attempt. However, white just took black's momentum and then just went into black's territory on the lower right. At the This game ended right here. White wins by resignation. Great. It was here. Mhm. 40, 50. So black has less than 50 points, and white has 30, 40, 50, 60, 60 something points. So white has, on my IGS screen, Ryan is white, Henry is black. Um, 10, 20, 20 points for white, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65 points for white. For black, it is 10, 15, 25, 30, 35 points for black up to here. Even if he makes another 10, it's only 45. Another 15, it's only 55. So the human estimate here for black is, for this game, is white by 35 points, 65 to about 35. 35 points for white seems about right. Maybe 30 points for white. So a very good time to resign. Yeah, in our game, New York is up 1-0. Yeah, something like 30 points. So very good win by Ryan in the first board. It ends up the deciding moment was around here. Ryan really hunkered down and played the strongest moves, much better than our suggestion of just the block. What were we thinking? Good, good, good. So this was a very beautiful move, isn't it? Black pushes and blocks, not a chance for any sort of co-shenanigans after white plays the knight's move. And so capturing the top, allowing black to live here, very calm. There would have been lots of mutual liberties. So even if white ends up capturing the bigger group, having black survive in Sente, and then having a chance to cut white's middle group off for a lasting shot, you know, so white really played this move to capture the top, and then played this move indirectly strengthening the middle group. After black played here, white, well, he even blocked once to Atari, and then played the knight's move to capture this. Black cut, and then now white just played it safe, strengthened the middle. Black tried to get a few more liberties. Yep. And when white blocked here, the next move is to go into the corner. Black really had not enough liberties. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Behind by 1 at least here, and that is with white connecting the 3 stones. So this was a very, very good victory by Ryan. Defensive in the early game, felt like white was doing a bit better ever since getting this cut and destroying the right-hand side territory. The territory greedy me, of course, is the jumper. Of course, we're back to like move number 13 for a possible reason for loss. That just shows how dominant white has played in this game. Very calm and defensive, and when black attacked, nothing came as a result. So we're closing board one and moving on to board two. Again, having just left board three. Bill Lin is on the Vancouver team. Go Vancouver. So Allen should be black if the first board New York City is white, but somehow Bill is black in this game. So I don't know what's going on. Seems like New York had all whites, but that's okay. We still okay. We left off around here after whites failed attack against the black's corner. Failed capture, but probably okay as a result. We were feeling remarkably White was doing remarkably strongly, certainly holding his own at least up to this point. And let's see how the late game went. Yeah. So all the Vancouver team got black, and seems like the case. Um, mhm. So Bill is going to play. Okay, a bunch of moves have been played. We're going to save this as an SGF, and we're going to load it as a review. They probably did Kosumi, not Kosumi, Nigiri or something, and that's okay. That's okay. Um, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Alan was black, but that's okay. We left off here. Yeah, they may have all done nigiris. I don't know. Okay, all good. We left off here, and White had a lot of territory. Black had some things to deal with here, and the resulting moves here. White went for the capture. Black got Gote, and White played another move in the center and went in. And Black defended. White defended too. Feels like so at the end here. Attach end game is being played. When Black ataried, White crawled here. Black ended up capturing this in Sente. White captures this. Black blocks. And this is what we see here. One more move have been played. This and this. Look for White to extend up. In Black. Uh, Yes, Chris says there's a landing strip in the middle of the board there for an aircraft. Okay, yeah, seems like Black is going to survive with this group. And yeah, something like this is going to happen. 10, 15, 20. Hard to say how many points Black has there. 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 60. Black now has less than 70 points, so White has a huge chance. If Allen wins, this would be a big upset. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, White has more than 70. Give you guys a human estimate is White plus 10, but let's see, the OGS estimate is White leads by 6.5. Just an estimate. And I think that estimate is more for Black than for White. So Alan's doing quite well here. They did play the moves we were talking about, and with this turn, I think this would be the first time that Bill loses an AGA City League game. There was one time when he lost to a 5-dan, but that has a lot of controversy from Chicago. That guy was questionable. Bill's okay. Anyways, so estimate is White plus 10. So I really wonder if they had the right colors here. So, anyways. On KGS, on Pandanet, it does show that White is Allen's account. So on the OGS server, it does say that Alan is winning this one. Yeah, it's possible they negaried and then they just had a random thing. But anyways, this is the estimate is white is winning, and white is winning by 10 is the human estimate. The PandaNet estimate is 7.5. This is not an AI estimate, so yeah, but okay, all good. Now we're on to game three, and we'll do the same thing. Save the SGF. Um, and well, if Alan beats Bill, this would be very, very impressive. Um, okay, and we're going to start to review game three now. Alan, it's not so much that beating Bill is so bad. It's difficult or anything. It's that it's this is City League, and Bill just doesn't lose on his City League matches. All right, so this is the match three, Alex versus Brady. It's the youngest player in this two teams. Brady has just represented Canada in the WAGC. We left off around here when Brady sort of had to, he was aggressively striking out the whole game, and then somehow after some very good fights by both sides, at this moment, Brady said, "I can no longer block in Sente, in Gote. I can no longer attack your two stones in the center. I'm gonna have to defend myself and switch over to the defensive." And when it does, it's like, no, you can attack, but you cannot stop attacking. Or if you have to stop attacking, it means you are really losing. And unfortunately, that's where we found Black in this game. Very, very. This game was very, very interesting to watch. Like all the Tanukis against Blacks, very forceful moves. And right here, when Black says, I can't attack anymore, I give up, let me defend, it never is easy to do that. So White ends up playing a small attack here, and just a small attack ends up making Black play some. There's no way for Black to capture the white stones. Maybe the best he could do was this. Force White to Atari, play an Atari, but then White can still cut. This is very, and we end up in that situation again. White having captured a lot on the upper side. So when White counterattacks once, it's a really bad position. Of course, the seeds of this was already sown much before that. Okay, so White went for this extent, Black extends here. Yeah. Right now, having to play this connect is really you really can't. You really don't want to play this. Chris is looking at this in the back and he's saying, "Oh, this is so unpretty." And is there anything more elegant? Yeah, we tried continuing to attack White. Probably we'll have to end up playing something like this one to have any semblance of elegance. However, when you do this, White is just gonna block here, and you're gonna end up connecting anyway. If you don't do that now, White is gonna make you play that move sooner or later, and that's probably Black's biggest biggest um, um, biggest biggest sadness, biggest sadness to have to connect. Yeah. There's a lot of things to try, but eventually you come back to having to connect, make your B2 bumper shape, And we mentioned before we left last time that when your opponent cuts and captures some of your stones, the last thing you want is having to play a move like this turn, which doesn't surround any of your own territory, and you can just feel your opponent sprinting ahead of you um, on the value on getting value in the game. And here white extends into the middle. White doesn't even extend into the, make something big. White makes something solid in the middle. And then another knight's move. White doesn't give black a cutting point. Black is being controlled. In some circles, this is called being manhandled. This is as close to it as you can get in Go. The manhandling of this. It's a lot of control. It's not knocking you out. It's just a lot of being controlled. So here black goes for this cut, captures 2 white stones. White extends and attacks the main black group here. Of course, white is also aiming to connect to the right-hand side group, the relatively weak group. And here this is another strengthening move. And here, see, white doesn't extend into threaten black. White just extends back and connects and makes some more potential territory here. And then plays this knight's move again, just leaving black's weak group in the middle. Just leaves him here. It's like, come kill me now. White's like, no, I will just leave you there. It's very painful to play this kind of game for black. All right, we have a few more moves in the game. We started to review here when black played the honey here. The next attacking move is for white to make the bamboo and take away black's ice base. You think white's gonna do that? No, white did not do that. White goes for the endgame here. This is sente, and then jump. This is an endgame here. Note how this sente took out white's sente block. So this capture in the corner sente is not all free points. But because this jump in this corner is so big anyways, white's like, okay, I'll make myself a little weaker, get the endgame in sente, and then play the endgame I wanted anyway. Very, very painful for black to have to deal with something like this. And so right around here, 10, 20, still only have 10 for black here, 25, we'll give between these two 30. Black has now 40 points. 40 points is not going to do it for black. White has 10, 15, 25, 30, 35 up to here. This is 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 60 to 40 is a 20-point lead for white, which is a 25-point lead for white in the game. Black has a bit of thickness here, maybe a few more, but it's not less than 20 points of an advantage for white, likely. With that said, this is a very good idea by black starting this ko. Black may be able to cut white in sente coming up somehow. However, if white just ignores this, plays maybe this capture in the corner, then black starts a ko, white plays another move, black captures a ko, white plays another move. So white can play this endgame and 2 more moves in the endgame. Black gains 10 points here, 20, 30, 40, maybe 50 points. White keeps, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, plus white has 1 or 2 more moves. So still the overall balance is not changed. Yeah, so white is now ignoring this ko and playing this move as a ko threat. Black should block for the territory. Black is going to be blocking, and so white's going to take the ko back. Very, very difficult situation for black. If black can't win the ko, then black may have again, spent resources here for nothing, for no gains. Let's see if black is going to be able to find anything. First, he has to win this go. Uh, it's just so difficult, so hard. And we're giving black the death sentence here for 20 points. And now it's time to look at game two, the most interesting game. We may see Bill's first loss of the of his AGA City League, which is very impressive. Now we're observing here, and their timers are not taken down, which is okay. Our window is still fine. It's our Pandanet. Not to worry, Pandanet can be restarted. I'm just gonna restart my Pandanet and reshare. My bad, Chris. I restarted my Pandanet. You may have to retake a screenshot. Retake my screenshot on the AGA stream. On the AGA stream, you had the screen of my you had my screen. My screen has just disappeared for a moment, and you have to try to do that again. Great. We just left game three here, and with Alex just connecting for another. It's really impossible situation for black here. Black Hane's white is gonna capture the code, and then good Hane here. Maybe black can gain something, but it's not gonna capture any white groups. He might capture some white stones, not any white groups. And this is a real thing. So our 30-point estimate, human estimate, may have been too low. White connecting the middle makes this move sente, and then the whole middle might be totally dead. So this move, we were a little conservative. That's okay. We now move back to game two, board two. Gonna do all the same things, save. This game has gone on to the end game stages, which is great. It's count and give you guys the real human estimates. Just gonna catch up very quickly to the end here. We left off around this moment. Black saves the stones, but to no avail. Black plays here. This is very interesting. Maybe black can cut a stone. No, this ended up being sente, and white connects. White didn't even play this move for the extra points. White played this move. White was not going to get extra points, so don't worry. And at the end here, black answered everything, had to answer everything. Atari, push, and connect. This is the what we see in the end game. Black has 14, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40, 45, 55, 60, 70, 74, 70, 77. That's a maximum. And white has 10, 20, 23, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 81. So 81 to 77 is a 4-point lead for white, which would be a 10.5-point win for white on this board right now. Did we overcount anyone? Probably about right. If black can make another couple of points here, but white can also make a couple of points from like this Hane, for example. So 10.5, 11.5 is our guess. Let's just say 11.5 for white win. So that would be super impressive if Moonfire, which is Alan Huang, is able to beat Bill in the City League. That would be amazing. That would be quite impressive. Congratulations to Alan. And this is probably 12 and a half. Let's say 12 and a half. A 12 and a half point victory. Very nice, very nice. We were really worried about Wade at the lower left corner, but Wade really was very up and reduced black just enough, got this capture at on the top, and we were totally wrong with our pessimism for Wade. Great, and let's watch this game for a while. And we just finished, we just left the other game, so let's watch this for a while. The other, and on board three, we had Alexander going for a very well, white can go for the kill against the big dragon for black. So that's gonna be a little bit probably. While this game, they might be able to count very, very soon. So white played here, and a bit of an update. I can't believe Bill is sinking to his last Byoyomi and really trying. So okay, so interesting. Maybe Bill is really trying hard in this game. Yeah, I don't know. So at Go Congress on Saturday, they are supposed to, these two teams, having already made it to the finals, are supposed to play the finals live in person on Saturday afternoon at Go Congress. So, and we are gonna be there, right, Chris, to comment. Well, you're definitely gonna be there. I may be there if I'm doing commentaries for it. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is great. Guys, I just got the inside scoop from Chris in the background, guys. At the Go Congress this year, not only will there be streaming of the top boards on the open section, master section, there's also going to be streaming of the boards randomized in between. For example, the top boards of the US Open open section, like the 6 dan, 5 dan, 4 dan sections, um, and maybe some Q players and double-digit Q players on the back, like on board 200. We may have ISIS boards set up so that we can record some of those. That's going to be very, very interesting. We're going to have multiple commentaries, multiple games streaming around at all times. This is going to be very, very good. Very, very good. Inside scoop, guys. Yeah, they think this is going to be very, very fun for the viewers to be able to watch a lot of games. I think so too. And yeah, this is going to be great. In this end game, Alan didn't play the thickest end game, which is pushing in first, pushing in here, and then Atari, and then cutting. That would be I guess, the same. You don't have to cut. In this case, it's a little bit better for black because this connection makes the need for the inside useless. But in any case, we are able to give you the full human estimated count for now. 3, 13, 15, 20, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 30, 40, 40, 50, 55, 65, 70, 80, 82. Did we just count 82 for black? Yes, with 5 more extra points. It was 77, now it's 82. Okay, makes sense. For white, it's 10, 20, 24, 20, 5, 30, 31, 41, 51, 61, 62, 3, 4, 5, 65, 75, 80. Interesting. So our counting was just way too optimistic for white, huh? 80 for white and 82 for black, minus 3 points here for black. So 80 to yeah 80 to 79 for black. So 80 to 79 for black, which would be 1 point for white instead of the 3 points for white we had, which would be 8.5 for white. 8.5. Let's see if that holds. I guess it was all here. We counted no points for black here, and black made a couple of points. White played this, which didn't quite gain white any big points. So yeah, I'm sure. Interesting. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So our counting was a little bit misled. It was 11.5 points. Now it's 8.5, which seems about okay in the game. Okay, because we counted 82 for black, but clearly black is just being reduced. So let's do another count for black. White has basically 80 secured. 10, 17, 20, 24, 30, 40, 50, 55, 65, 75, 79. Yes, 79. For white, this would be 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 7, 60, 70, 71, 81. So 81 to 79. 81 to 79 for white. 2 points on the board, so 7.5, that's 9.5. So our move was not so bad. Our estimate was not so bad. 9.5 for white, very impressive. White also has more coast threats, so black is gonna be connecting, and white's gonna get this honey connect. White does have more coast threats, right? 1, 2, 3, cut, 4, 5, 6, so 6 and 7. Yeah, white has more coast threats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, white has more coast threats for sure. So black is gonna have to connect. Oh, right, they already played this out. Yeah, white plays this, they're gonna fight the last co. And white cuts, and black connects. I see. The what do you call it? This is all the same. The dames are all the same, so white might as well go in here and try to make something happen. No, actually, white can play on the outside here and takes the last dame. Okay, all right. So is white able to find something here? Yeah, here black has to play this move. Atari is sente, connecting is not sente, and black is counting on connecting not being sente. Of course, white doesn't need all of this and can just play the endgame dame move. Another idea is to play this cut and extend. Black, if black plays this move, white's gonna squeeze from the outside here. Okay. This looks like this. This is our game here. This is what it looks like. I will show you guys here. This is already done. So the reading is probably having to play this move as a very strong thing. This move, if black plays here, I guess it's not much of a problem. I guess black is able to hold. Okay, so in the game, black is likely to hold. We see these exchanged. White later is gonna Atari here. Cut. Yeah, cut, extend. and then it's going to be an extend, and then look for that cut. Black has to block here or connect the cut. It does look promising for white, and it's all free, so white has no risks to do this, which makes it you might as well try it kind of a shape. Let's see. Black, come on, black has to be played, or else the turn being sente is too many sentes here. Oh, he didn't block. He saw something. Extend, block, turn, and then I don't see it. Turn and then cut. I didn't see what was wrong with blocking. That's okay. This seems like it will work for white, but for example here, and then cut, and then Atari. But then here black might play this, so it's never easy. Squeeze. Squeeze is a good possibility. Very, very good reading by Chris here. He's using his last Bill Yomi. I just hope he doesn't run out of time, and because he's clearly winning in the game. If he does. Oh no, no, they know that. Oh, yeah, yeah. Players don't count as fast as I do, so maybe, maybe he doesn't know. You're right. Maybe he doesn't know. Yes, me too. I've seen that too, Chris. A lot of my opponents. But it looks like White was not able to find anything here, and they're gonna count, and they're gonna come out to 8.5 point, 9.5 point win for White at the end. At the end of this, unless, oh, unless white black Ataris, white cut Ataris, and then place here. That doesn't seem like that would work, but yeah, probably nothing here. And there I say it, the word. Trust me, guys. Trust me. All right, time to go for the other game. After we left off here, it was quite exciting. White went for. Don't worry, don't switch the games. We're gonna go back and see the final results soon. So, it seems like so White ends up fixing the co and going after Black's main group. And is this a little dangerous? Yeah, so White connects out and cuts. Oh, I see. This is not going to be dangerous. Okay, so White captures the 4 stones for sure. The main group, maybe. Definitely not. So here Black cuts, and cuts here captures White. So Black gained a lot, but clearly this is not going to be enough. This is going to be 10, 20, 30, 35, 45, 55. 55 points for Black, and 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75. 75 or 55 for Black, 75 for White. That would be a 20-point lead for White on the board. 27-point win by White. So human estimator here plus 28 for White. And back at the other team, yeah. This no, well, it's a lot of players play out 30-point losses. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I don't expect this game on the third board to be played to the end game. I do expect the resign sometime soon, which is reasonable. But it's always okay to play out your games. Who knows? Your opponent might run out of time. Who knows? Anyways, but I don't expect that to happen. It's not a 30-point loss. It's a 25-point loss. Remember, 25 much better than 30. Expect white to expect white to take the last dame points at the end of that. Nothing happened in the middle. Yeah, they're gonna count. It may be 7.5, given white lost a point and black won the code. So uh, white got the last move. It may be an we were just talking. Yeah, we were just talking. So we're gonna have a, picturesque finish at the end. Board three, black resigned. The estimator for Pandanet, we did the human estimate, 27 points. Estimator is 35 for white. A little less. So 30. Black does have the first move, but clearly it's more than 25. And um, okay, so yeah, around 30. Around 30. That's a win for New York, and they're counting here. White only won by 6.5. It would have been 8.5, but black won the co, and white. So it was totally even on the game on the board. We counted 2 points ahead for white. Okay, it wasn't totally wrong for us. Black won the co, gained a point. White threw into the black middle and lost a point. So we were okay. We were vindicated. Congratulations to New York. All games were won. And the third game was very memorable, where Alex Chi defense, very strong, like manhandling defense. It's hard to say. It's hard to imagine how you can manhandle someone by playing defense, but he did. And in this game, Bill went for a very big center, and Allen was just able to reduce black enough and make enough himself to win despite losing that corner. On board one, it was a very exciting fighting finish, with Ryan probably having an easier fight and then turning the easier fight into a winning fight in the middle of the game, and kept it up at the end. Great. See these two teams go head to head again at the Go Congress. It'll probably be the first event at Go Congress the Saturday afternoon. So that would be great if we could get two commentators at the time. That would be even better. We have breaking news, guys. Breaking news. There is a Go tournament happening next weekend at the National Go Center in DC. So people, please go to it. It's called the Go Congress Tune Up Tournament. We're going to broadcast three. The AGA US Go Web is going to broadcast three of the top boards. It's called the Go Congress Tune Up Tournament. First weekend of June, June 7th. NGC 2025 NGC Go Congress Tune Up. It's happening at the National Go Center. Yes, we're gonna broadcast there, and people are coming, and I'm sure a lot of people are playing. And please do show up and play. And it's in DC National Go Center. Go visit. This is also where the AGA Professional Qualifiers 2025 is going to happen. So a lot of good things are happening this summer, and see you guys at the Go Congress. Yes, and of course, go to the US Go Congress, guys. Best Go event ever. Go to the US Go Congress. It's beautiful in Austin, Texas. It's gonna be the coolest Go Congress ever because of all the air conditioning. It's gonna be great. You're gonna be so comfortable in the dormitories. It's fully air conditioned. It's very very nice. And there will be pickleball. Pickleball. Chris had to put it in there. There's actually going to be tennis as well on the pickleball courts. Imagine that. All right. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This is the last round of the City League. I will see you guys next time. This is Michael Chen. See you guys at the Go Congress. Go to the professional lectures, professional reviews, broadcasts, and simos, and play in very, very competitive Go tournaments at Go Congress. See you guys. See you guys.